Hey, John here. So this exercise is all about developing your synchronization for alternate picking and also working on position shifting, which I've seen a lot of people have issues with. And I explain in this video exactly how to think about the actual thumb movement. So I'm showing that in detail, so make sure you watch the video so you catch all the details. But because a lot of the problems with position shifting is the thumb not doing what it should be doing. And before we start, go click the link in the description and sign up for the practice room. It's a completely free guitar community with over 600 members, and I've now added a free 15-minute lesson for anyone who wants it. So go check that out. All right, so the exercise itself is very simple. So it's just going to be using 3 finger combinations, and we have 4 of those. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4. And what we want to do here is that if we use 1, 3, 4 as an example, you play 1, 3, 4, and then you shift up and go down 4, 3, 1. So it's still the same finger combination, but you ascend and you descend, and then you do that all up and down the fretboard, while thinking about these things, meaning not applying too much pressure with the thumb. Basically, my thumb is just gliding along here across on the back of the fretboard, and I use as little pressure as I can get away with, which means that it's way easier to change positions, and that in turn will help me with the next important part, which is transition time, which means that I try to hold on to the note that I'm on for as long as possible, for its full duration, and then move quickly instead. Because when you do that, you get a minimum amount of noise in between the notes. And also it's really good for your synchronization overall. So I'm just starting this with a downstroke and then alternate pick from there. So I'm gonna play this now on the high E string. I'm gonna use 1, 3, 4 for this. When you do this yourself, you want to look out for any type of sliding noises or any type of flams, meaning something is not synchronized. So you don't want to get that, you want to get that. So that's the 2 things to look out for. So it should sound something like this. Quick transitions and very small amount of pressure. And when I turn it around, I start on the highest finger of the pattern, so the pink in this case, and I start on the top fret. And I think it's harder to move this way than that way, so I have to focus a bit more on this way back. And if you find that you're the same, or either way that feels worse, don't feel that you have to keep both directions at the same tempo. You can change the tempo. So the most important thing here is that you get you don't make mistakes as you practice. Alright, so now I'm going to do the same thing on the low E string. You should, however, do this on all strings. So don't do what I do here, do only one fingering and then going from only the high E string and the low E string. This is just to show you what it should sound like on the wound strings as well. Because I got a question on the previous video where what do you do on the wound strings is harder, but it's not really harder. Well, it might be harder, but it's not anything different that I'm thinking about. It's still about the pressure and moving quickly. So let's give that a try. And then we turn it around. So my thumb very light. So I don't know if you could see that, but you kind of don't even need it necessarily. But of course it feels awkward not to have the thumb on. But if you ever feel tension in your thumb, you're definitely pressing too hard. And it goes for power chords and everything on the guitar basically. So the thumb should just be there to help you, balance the hand and not be this sort of vice grip of like really trying to push hard to get the nose to sound. That should come from your left hand. And usually if you really try that type of thing, you're gonna find that you need way less pressure than you might think. And it's gonna differ from guitar to guitar, so absolutely experiment with that. But try this exercise, and like I said, you want to use 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and go up and down on all 6 strings. So this exercise might take a little while, but if you have less time, I would focus on doing the 1, 2, 4 and 1, 3, 4 first. But the 1, 2, 3 and 2, 3, 4 are really good fingerings to be comfortable with as well. You might think that 2, 3, 4 is like, why would that be good? Where do you need to use that? But the thing is, working on these 3 will help balance your overall hand, because as you probably have seen in your own playing, or someone else's playing, that people tend to avoid the pinky instead, so they use these 3 a lot. So by working on these 3, you're going to balance your hand in a much better way.